All right. We're going to finish up what we were talking about yesterday, and then we're going to jump into what you are going through and what you're seeing in your own businesses. So, where to find content, your daily life, online, social media challenges. So those are the things that you should be posting, right? Okay. So, now that one of the questions was, what time should I be posting during the day? Well, that depends on what your target audience is and who you're trying to reach, because it's going to be different for the different times of day as to who is online. So 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., those are your motivational people. Those are the people who are up and ready to go. They're at the gym. You want to post something kind of motivational and ready to go. Early risers in the morning. The peak is at 7:30. So you want to post right before 7:30 because that's when the peak of most people who are up early in the morning are online. 9 a.m. to noon, those are typically your stay-at-home parents. Those you want to be posting something like home projects, family and kids events, et cetera, et cetera. Noon to 4, people are hungry in the afternoon. So if you post some things like, say, hey, you know what? I found this new hot dog restaurant and it's open up just down the street here. I'm going to do a quick video and showcase what they have here at this restaurant, do like a business spotlight. You post it at, say, 2:30 or so in the afternoon. You will save relationships because husband and wife comes home and they're like, hey, what do you want to eat? Oh, I don't know. What do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? You cause issues. Okay. But if you post like, hey, you know what? I saw Jasmine post about this new hot dog restaurant or this new burger restaurant. Hey, let's go check that out for dinner. Okay, sounds good. You are saving marriages. Okay. So post at that time. 4 to 7 p.m. Those, you want the trending stories that are happening throughout the day. Those are like the day finishers. And then also between 7 p.m. and midnight, people are looking to be entertained. So post something entertaining that's funny. Those are your night hours. So when people come home at the end of a long day at work, a lot of people like to sit down and sit in their lazy boy and watch TV. Okay. They don't want the commercials. They want to be entertained. So be their entertainment. Okay. Now that we're finished with that, what are you experiencing in your real estate careers when it comes to social media? What you got? You raised your hand. Okay. Okay. Do you know how many times a day I hear that? Oh, I hear that a lot. So what she said was, oh, I haven't been posting a whole lot, but I'm going to start soon. I'm like, do you know how many times a day I hear that?
I guess as far as, I don't know, like if you have like for YouTube, when the best times to post would be?
The best times to post on YouTube are when you're going to post.
Okay.
So before we get too analytical on YouTube, post consistently first, and then we'll take a look at analytics. Okay, because the best times to post are right now are when you're going to post.
I've been posting some stuff
Okay.
on the platforms, and when I took a look back and see like when was the most popular time where people opened this stuff, it seemed to work out like either about noon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But that's just like in general, no matter what I'm posting, that was like the average.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that means for people who are following your page, they're online at that time.
Okay. Does that mean I need to recalculate what I'm doing and fit like different posts for different time frames in that case?
Sure.
Or I'm not hitting the optimal.
Yeah, this is going to be when the best times to post this kind of content are.
Okay.
Okay. So who are you trying to target? Are you trying to target the gym people? The early risers or motivational people?
I have some that are motivational. I have some that are like informational, educational stuff. But they all just fall into that category. So I just do it all at one time. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So these, those are the different themes to be posting throughout the day. If you want to post something early in the morning, do something along these lines. Okay.
That makes sense.
So for example, if I take my motivational post and I post it at 3 in the afternoon, that means I miss everybody who would be.
You wouldn't be missing everybody, no, because some people do wake up at noon. And they don't go to sleep until 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or in the morning.
But
They wake up at noon and then go right back to sleep. Okay, so the question was on, hey, like when, if, so I looked at my analytics and it said between noon and 3 are the times that most people are interacting with my posts and liking and commenting, etc. So, should, that be the only thing that I'm posting? No, you should be posting all of these things throughout the day. Yes, you should be posting 2, 3, 4 times a day. Are you going to? Yes, she had the correct answer. She raises her arms and she said, yes. I'm like, yes, you are. Okay. You can also nod at me and say, yes, I am doing that already.
Last week, you could go more in depth with the early evening, like the 4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
So here, this is people who are finishing up the workday. Okay, so you want to post some sort of trending story that's happening throughout the day. Okay, so people aren't necessarily looking for motivation because guess what? It's the end of the day and they're not looking for the poses like, yes, motivational Monday, ready, set, go. They're going to be like, Monday's over, dude. Like, why are you posting this? But some sort of trending story, people like animal videos at that point in time. They really do. So if you do some sort of business spotlight with the vet's office or with an animal shelter, they're going to love it. This is pretty much showing who is online during the different blocks of time of day. And where it says the peak 7:30, 10:30, 2:30, 5:30, and 9:30, that is the peak of when most people are online. So you want to post something right before those peak times, about 10 or 15 minutes before. See if you look like you have a question.
No, I was just, I was gonna post something, say well, actually, this is text. So
Okay.
Unless can I talk about a text?
Sure.
Okay, if I was gonna send a text, to, buyers, that's not sellers, saying, hey, here's the importance of this, something instructional like that. Would that be something for early risers?
I wouldn't bombard them at 7:30 in the morning. Maybe 7:35 would be good.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, I would probably send something like that about 9:30, 9:45 in the morning. And then use it like maybe an hour later, be like, hey, just want to make sure that you got the video sent and call them. You could use the excuse, hey, I'm trying out this new platform. I sent you this video about an hour ago. Just want to make sure you got it. You're not saying, hey, are you ready to sell your house now? Which, yes, that's what you're asking, but yeah. Okay, so he was asking about the sending a text to sellers. Say you want to send them a video. Yes, send that, probably mid-morning or so, and then do a follow-up call with them right afterwards. Say, hey, just want to make sure you got that. If I'm trying it on a new platform, I want to see that it works. All right, what else you got? The latest I would send somebody a text depends on how well you know them. Like if it's friends and family, before midnight. If it's somebody that you know from networking, I would probably say no later than 7 o'clock. But keep in mind that most people are eating dinner at that time. Any other questions? What else is going on in your real estate career when it comes to social media?
When it's educational, all of this list.
Educational? I would probably post that in the morning hours, probably in between 9 and 10 o'clock or so. Okay, what kind of educational video? Are you telling people about earnest money?
Well, it's real estate type related stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So are you definition dumping in your videos?
Mm. No, it's like, if you're thinking about this, consider that.
Okay, explain a little more.
Like, for example, somebody that's falling behind in their mortgage, what do they do about it? What options do they have and what to look out for, something like that.
Okay, yeah, definitely something like that. I wouldn't definition of be like, hey, this is the definition of a mortgage, you know, I just want to make sure that you're not doing videos like that because, you know, if you start doing videos like that, there would be no need for sleep aids ever. So but if you're posting something that relates to what the sellers are going through, like, I mean, Mike talks about it all the time. There's content lying all around you. So I just wanted to make sure that you're posting content that's, you know, gonna be interesting.
That they'll be
Yeah.
actually used.
That they'll
Yeah.
actually use. Yeah, you start to fall behind on a mortgage payment. What should you do? What's the first thing you should do if you start to fall behind on a mortgage?
Contact your mortgage service and see what options exist for you.
Yep, talk to the lender. Talk to the lender. Well, first they should call you.
First, they really should call me, which is
Yeah.
what I told them.
Yep, first thing first is call you and then you'll get them in touch with them. So Steve did a video a while back. It was whenever you go to buy or sell a home, there are 10 things that you need to do. Number one, call me. I'll handle the other 9. That you could do something like that. You could do something like that. Like, hey, you know what? If you start to fall behind on your mortgage payment, there are 10 things that you need to do. Number one, you call me and I'll handle the other 9. Mic drop, done. Then you can do like the little scratching sound where it's like, oh, and then like, okay, but seriously, you should call me and I'll handle the other 9.
Like if you go more into like, how you're supposed to do the personal and the real estate stuff.
Yeah.
Cause I ended up creating a second page, with my, just kind of personal stuff. And then I had like a real estate page that's like all real estate.
Are they both personal pages?
Well, I changed my real personal page to my real estate page and then made it like a business. And then
Okay.
a new personal page for farmers.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Are they, is this on Facebook?
Well,
Or,
actually, a personal page, but then, or a personal account,
Mhm.
and then I have a real estate business page.
right.
That.
Okay, so you should have that. So she's wanting to go more in depth on a personal and a business page. So on Facebook itself, yes, you have to have a personal account to be able to start any page. So you've got your personal page. You should be posting 80% about your life, 20% about your business. On your business page, it should flip-flop. It should be 20% about your life and 80% about real estate. Does that answer your question, or do you want me to go more in depth in that? Okay, so she just said, what if you really don't have a life? What should you do? Then 100% real estate definition of it.
Get a life, everything.
Then get a life, then a Facebook page.
Well, maybe you have a life, you just don't think of it that way.
You do.
Which is my foundation.
Yep. You do have a life. Okay. What are the things that you see on the way from the office to your house that are real estate related? A lot of things. What you could do is, hey, you know what? These are 10 businesses 10 local owned businesses that are open between my office and my house. And you can give a tour of those different businesses on the way to your house or to your residence area. If you don't want people knowing where you live on the interwebs. So that's what I would do. Mhm. So if you don't have a life, focus on other people's lives and what they're building in life. Mhm. What else you got?
Say posting multiple times a day, huh?
To really take advantage of social media, you need to be posting 18 to 23 times per day per platform in their individual styles.
Wait,
18 to 23 times per day per channel in their individual styles.
Oh, maybe that's farthest thing from my mind. I'm just,
Mhm.
one time per day was a big monumental event for me.
Mhm. So that's the reason why Mike is always saying, hey, you know what? Social media is yes, there are going to be a few people who get a few clients from social media that are brand new that they didn't know. But for the most part, it's going to be staying sticky with the people that you already know. So if you're posting 2 to 3 times a day, which is actually a lot because you've got things happening in your real estate day that don't end up on social media, right? For if you post 2 to 3 times a day in their individual styles on each of the platforms, um, you can take the same topic, split it up into 3 different things, and talk about those 3 different things within that same topic. So, for example, due diligence. What are 3 things that can happen in due diligence? I'm sorry? And split it up. Do a mini series. Do 30 seconds per video, 30 seconds per thing that happens in due diligence. Those 3 different videos. Then you can take that 30-second video, throw it on reels, throw it on stories, throw it on shorts. Throw it everywhere. If you really want to get analytical, sure. How much do you want to manage? Yeah, how much do you want to manage? What else you got going? Anybody on Zoom? What's going on Zoom? Let's see my chat box. The same for weekends. Somebody just asked that a little bit ago. Sure. Why not? Real estate is 24/7, isn't it? Well, real estate is waking hours. So whatever your waking hours are, that's when real estate is going. Mhm.
You know, any like AI template, like to help with content, like planning and stuff like that, or like creation, because this is like, dude, like when you think about it, like posting this much a day, every single day, it sounds very tedious, but it's, and also like, where do you get the ideas from too?
So before I answer the question on the AI, I'm going to tell you something that you're already on, and I know that you're on it, is Pinterest. This is where I get a lot of my own ideas. I steal it from somebody else. Somebody posted about it on Pinterest. I liked the graphic. I took the graphic. It says 5 things that I need to do to de-winterize my home. I can turn each one of those things into a video for social media. So I can take that one post that I found on Pinterest. So you could just type in real estate tips or real estate advice or something along the lines of with real estate something or another. And you're going to see all of these graphics pop up that are related to that topic. Find ones that you like, save them to your camera roll, and then take those graphics that you saved, turn them into videos. So her question was on, okay, what are some AI tools that we could use for being able to post and plan out all of these 18 to 23 posts per day, or 2 to 3 posts per day, because even that's a lot. So you can use Pinterest, steal the idea and turn it into a multi-series video. Any questions on that? Okay. You're wanting to see Are the hours and what to do in them the same? What do you mean by that? You wanna, here, I can unmute you and you can ask. You're still muted. Hang on 1 second, still not hearing you. All right, go ahead and type it into the chat because I'm not quite hearing you. But to answer your question on AI, yes, there are some tools out there that can actually help you plan your posts as well. So one is called Buffer. I think, did we set up your Buffer account?
For like the scheduling posts, right?
Scheduling out the posts. So you could sit there one Monday morning, type everything out, get it ready to go for the rest of the month, 2 to 3 posts per day, or 2 to 3 posts per week that you could just set and forget and not have to think about it for the next 30 days.
But I was kind of mainly asking about like, the idea part, like where, I've seen on like the internet where they have like a template and it gives them like, oh, like this day should do this or whatever. And then, like just ideas, I guess.
Are you looking to steal the essentially the calendar
Yeah, but like.
and throw it into AI and say, hey, do this? Because I would love to find that platform as well.
Like, like, so like when you're going about your day, oh yeah, like maybe I should, record this or something. Like you could tell it like, oh, this is what I plan on doing throughout this week. How can I turn this into content? And I'm just not really good with the telling it what to do. I know kind of what I want to get out of it, but you said you need to be very specific. But it's like, how do you word it to get what you want out of it?
Okay, so what she's asking is on using an AI tool, how can you take the idea and turn it into good relevant content to post onto your social media channels? How do you do that? So she's got the idea, but how does she make it happen? In either ChatGPT or Bard. So I went ahead and upgraded on my phone to the ChatGPT 4. So it's saving all of my things. Okay. I've also got Bard, or Gemini is what they're calling it now, on my computer, and I use that all the time. So yes, being very specific as to what you want it to do. If you tell it very detailed instructions, like for example, let's see if I can pull up what I typed in here. Okay, I wrote, get it to Zoom. I can Zoom for me. Okay, well, I write a 1 paragraph of 4 sentences. Write 1 paragraph of 4 sentences on how personalized social media graphics and real estate print products boost your real estate career. Talk about how we have a graphic designer on the marketing team. Oh, there we go. How we have a graphic designer on the marketing team to help make any of these designs needed in a real estate career. I need 1 paragraph. So it's very specific. Write 1 paragraph of 4 sentences long. Okay, so you're giving it parameters. Because if you say, hey, write a thing about having a graphic designer on staff, it ingests the generic information and gives you generic information back. So I gave it very specific parameters. I told it exactly what I want. You can get even more detailed than that. So remember when Catherine was here and she wrote out this huge long paragraph and gave it all of the instructions and copy and pasted the listing description, and she wrote all of that out. All she wanted was like 4 or 5 social media graphics, but she told it exactly what she wanted. So if you say, hey, give me a recipe for brownies, it's like, okay, here's the most basic recipe of brownies that I have ever found on the internet. But if you say, no, give me a recipe with brownies that uses organic chocolate and gluten-free rice flour and you know, add chocolate chips and make it fit in a 9 by 13 pan. And I want the temperature just right. So I get the gooey, but also crunchy outside edge, but I want it to be soft in the middle. And I want it to have white chocolate chips and dark chocolate chips and walnuts. And if you tell it all of those things, it's like, oh, I know exactly what to do. And it types it out and sends it back to you. So here I was very specific. I told it I wanted a 1 paragraph, 4 sentence, or 1 paragraph of 4 sentences long. Exactly what I wanted that paragraph to kind of look like. And then it made it. It in Gemini or Bard, Gemini gives you 3 different variations. So I'm sure you can see right there, that button. It says show drafts right here. So you click on show drafts and it gives you 3 different versions of the exact same thing. I happen to like draft number 2 on this. Copy, pasted it exactly where I wanted it to go. Okay.
Yeah, you buffer a lot.
Right. I know you do.
Yeah. And a lot of times, what I'll put in is something, I'll do a description, of something, and you click on it, then to expand, and they'll expand it into something or make it more concise or whatever. Can you do sort of like a command like that in Buffer saying, hey, you should just write something about blah, 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 and it will do that?
It'll do that. So for example, this one, I can say, hey, you know what? Let's, I don't know if it's going to do it. Let me delete. Okay. It is not letting me, okay, so type here. I can say, you know what? I like this one, but I'm gonna go this one, and you expand into a 5-paragraph essay about the same topic. You can take this, make sure you spell expand correctly. It's going to write you a 5-paragraph essay on having a graphic designer on staff at a real estate office and the benefits of having that person. So if I wanted to, I could take this, copy and paste it into LinkedIn, because remember, LinkedIn likes a lot of copy, right? So I could take this, copy and paste it into LinkedIn. LinkedIn is going to like it because LinkedIn likes copy, and I can use that as a post on LinkedIn. Then I can take the same exact topic and I can talk about it in a video. I could read this if I wanted to in different sections and post on Facebook, on TikTok, on Shorts, on YouTube Shorts. So I could take this, divide it out, and then put it into video as well. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
In Facebook, I don't know if you've noticed, but you can type something out into Facebook, at least on my phone, and it'll say expand, contract, shorten, elaborate. Use it. Use it. It's at your fingertips. Okay, so his question was on taking a something that you found on the internet. So say you take a listing description from, you're going to have an open house that weekend. Copy and paste, or copy that listing description, go over into your AI of choice, ChatGPT, Bard, and say, hey, put this into 10 bullet points with a few emojis. And I'm going to be using this as a social media post. The time is I'm going to be having an open house from 2 to 4 on Sunday, April, whatever Sunday is. And I'm going to have champagne and cupcakes and, you know, give me 3 hashtags that go along with it. And it'll do that. It'll take all of those instructions. It'll put that entire listing description into 10 bullet points. It'll give you a few emojis through there. It'll put the date and time. It'll put the address. It'll put all of that in there. You make sure that it looks good to go. It doesn't give you the recipe for a cake. And then you post it into your social media post.
It will just automatic emojis, or you have to request that?
You have to request it.
Yeah.
Yep. So just like the making the brownies analogy, if I'd have said, give me a brownie recipe, it'd have been like, okay, here's the most basic brownie recipe ever. But if you say, hey, no, I want walnuts and I want chocolate chips and I want chocolate, the chocolate dusting on top of it, like all of the things that you want in it, then it's like, okay, sounds good. Here it is. A couple of seconds later, it's yours.
And with emojis, you have to be specific with what emojis.
I don't.
Emoji.
I don't. I just say, hey, give me 3 emojis to go along with this post. And I want 5 hashtags. So if you would like, send me an email, because this will help me out a lot. Send me an email as to the topics that you're wanting to cover. So if you're wanting to know more about AI and how to use it in social media, send it to me. Say, hey, you know what? How can I use emojis and hashtags in a post? You know, like, hey, can you walk me through how you would use AI to do an open house posting for social media? Send that to me. All right. What other questions do you have? Okay, so Joel, are the hours and what to do on then the same other hours, what to do on the same for the weekends? Yes, it is just rocked a little bit later because people like to sleep in on the weekends. But yes, it is about the same time. But there are also motivated people who still get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym. I am not one of them. An avatar? We can, I mean, we can take a look at some things, or we have an illustrator right here in this room. What else you got? Everything's perfect on social media?
I have a question about the personal life with
Uh-huh.
the 80% or so on your personal page.
Mhm.
So what is
Still
that-
keep it classy.
What should that be? It still should be driven towards real estate, or should it really be just a personal for people to kind of get to know you outside of the real estate, and then 20% is the real estate?
Combination. Yeah, so combination. So things that you're learning throughout life, because people are going to social media to learn who you are as a person before you ever let them in the door to a house. So they're going to see, okay, is she glamming it up and she's going out and she's partying every night and she's doing this? Is she going to be a good real estate agent for me? Okay. Or are they? So I would go back and look at your last 5 or 6 posts, because people really aren't going to scroll past that to learn who you are. They're going to look at your last handful of posts to learn who you are. So go ahead and take a look at that and see what kind of image that you're projecting out to the world. So think about that whenever you post something, the world sees it, your clients see that. Are you projecting the lifestyle of taking your real estate business seriously? What else you got? Stephanie, you look perplexed. Okay. Mhm.
She was saying, what Jasmine was saying before about when it's project.
Mhm.
Sometimes people send you things that don't look related to real estate. Like I got something this morning from a certain somebody.
So what Steve is talking about is Anytime I find like something really, really funny and very like very humorous in the pun world, I'll send it to him. And what was the one that I sent you this morning? It was the bridge. Oh. All right, I'm gonna have to show everybody here on social media now. Where'd it go? Or on video. So it says, draw bridge ahead, and this guy is drawing the bridge. So I sent it to Steve and I said, hey, you could post this. This could be like your video where you start off where you're looking at that. It's like, hey, you could green screen it and be like, he's not wrong, but I understand what happened. Go into your little jingle and then talk about the misinterpretations of real estate contracts, what this line actually means. So that's what he could take this one and turn it into. He could turn this into a real estate video. So literally anything that you find, if you find a random video on your phone, that is projecting the image that you want to project out to your clients, right? And you're like, hey, Selena, how can we turn this into a real estate video? Oh, I am here for it. If I can't figure it out, AI can. What else you got? Got your wheels turning now, don't I? Mm-hmm. That's my job. My job is to give you the ideas and the information. You go make it on your own. You make it in your style. He's still hung on that. He's like 23 posts a day. He's like, I don't know about this. He's like, Selena, you're nuts. Yes, I am. 23 posts a day. So where to find content? On Workplace, because you're checking Workplace 2 to 3 times a day, say yes. You can type in Selena challenge and it's going to pull up 1.5 years worth of social media challenges that I have posted. So if you're looking for something to post about, scroll through there and see which ones pertain to who you are today. So that reminds me, I saw a meme or I saw a video of a girl. She's standing in her closet. She's like 4 years old and she's looking around at all of her dresses and outfits. And her mom's like, but you have plenty of clothes. And she goes, I know, but I don't have anything for who I'm supposed to be today. And I'm like, oh, that's my spirit animal right there. So you can use that video and use the lessons learned in that video for your real estate business. If you're scrolling through all of the daily social media challenges and you don't find for something that you're going to post today, ask me. Ask me. We will find something for who you're supposed to be today. See how I turned a random video into a real estate related thing? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else you got? He's over here sitting, writing 23 posts a day, 23 posts, 23 posts a day.
Like Bob Simpson.
Okay. Social media challenges. That's it? Everything's perfect in social media? You can say yes, and you can say no. Not perfect. What's holding you back?
For me, I think I feel like when I post, like nobody really likes. They'll see it, but they won't like or anything. So I'm like, how do I know if it's even worth putting out, you know?
Let's start to change your mindset on what you're looking for whenever you post. Okay, were you in the huddle yesterday? Here at 3? So what are the 3 things that you're looking for when it comes to a post? What kind of comments are you looking for? The 3 different comments.
Like, what they like to do, or looking for like their opinions and stuff like that.
You're close. You're close. So you're looking for a testimonial, a lead, or a referral plan. So if you're posting with intention, where it's like, okay, this is in the back of my mind, is what I'm posting going to lead to comments that have lead testimonials and referrals? So if you post with intention like that, you're going to start to see your pages change differently. So asking an open-ended question. Okay, you need to teach your audience how to engage with your posts. So by asking the open-ended question, what about you? What do you do in your business or your job? People will tell you. What did we learn about Californians yesterday? They're really, really nice if you let them talk about themselves. Let your audience talk about themselves.
Next one.
Leads, testimonials, and referrals.
Super.
Yep. So watch my huddle from yesterday. It was posted on Workplace, and we talked about
So that's the intent.
it. That's the intent. That's the whole reason why you post anything, because you're trying to get information from social media. It's like fishing. You send out a line, you get the information, you put it into your lifeboat, which is what? Your CRM. Put it in your CRM.
I remember you sending me a photograph to do a contest. And it's hilarious photo. It's like a disaster. And that's so much.
You should do it again.
I know.
Do another one. Do another one.
Contest people love contests.
Yep, exactly. So what Steve is talking about is having a contest. So I sent him a picture probably like what, a year ago or so. It was of this person's front porch. And it's like there's so much that is wrong. Like the longer you look at it, the more you find things that are just wrong with this picture. Like the brick is all missing and like a corner is missing off of here. And like this wrought iron is being held up by like this piece of paper. And it's like, there's just so many things that are happening to this front porch, and none of it makes any sense whatsoever. And it's like, hey, the best caption wins. Let people go on and comment about it. And it was hilarious. Like some of the things, that were said on there. Yeah, it was pretty great. I'm sorry. Oh, on Cherokee, I think it was on East Cherokee Drive.
Yeah.
Is where there was so we live, or I live in Cherokee County, you live in Marietta. So on I think it was either on 140 or East Cherokee Drive, there was a chicken truck that had spilled all over, like had chicken all over the road, and they had the roads closed and everything. And he shared it, or I sent it to him to share. I shared it as well, but I sent it to him to share, and he posted about it. And the comments that came in through there were hilarious. But that is a post that you go through there, and it's all people who live in the area, and they can relate because they have seen this happen at some point in time in their life living in this area, where the chicken truck has spilled. And the comments that come through there, that is a checklist of people to add to your CRM. Every single post that you do is a checklist to add to your CRM.
While we're on this topic,
Yes.
you probably know, so sometimes on Instagram, I'll see people post something and they're like, if you want more information, comment, and it's like a specific word. And then like when you comment that, they'll like instantly DM you something. How do you do that?
That's a longer than a 2-minute answer. There's a way to do it. And it'll take a minute to explain. But yes, I have seen that done, and I have actually just started diving into exactly how to do it. I want to test it on my pages before I break it out to everybody else.
What's it?
So you can go through like Facebook, for example, and it'll say at the bottom or at the end of the reel, hey, comment 623 below and I'll send you the information. There's a way within the Meta products that Meta will see that comment, that 623 comment, and automatically direct message them the information that you have pre-programmed. Mm-hmm.
Like in Clubhouse. Wherever. I'm speaking, text me this, you ever feel this way? Never felt that way, text this, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then at the end, text. And it's like, send you more information about specifically what you're.
Right. Exactly. Yep. So within the Meta products, they have figured out how to do that too. I'm like,
They'll like automatically respond to the comment, and then they'll also be at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. How do I get emails on Facebook? Do you mean by like getting their email address? All right, I think if that's, yes, when people comment on your post. Okay, so right now until I get all of that exactly figured out on how they're doing it, you can go like to their profile, and a lot of times they will have under the contact information. Some people will have their email addresses. Some people will have their phone numbers on there too. So you can do that. But until I figure out how to send them to the direct message with the comment, of 123 or 623 or whatever it is, then uh, that'll be the way of doing it. Some people will have their email address on there, some people will not. All right, anything else? No? All right, get to work. See ya. You're welcome.